YouTube family, let's make some money back with another video. So they saying that gambling may have ruined the NBA. They saying we got to understand how gambling has taken over sports. Y'all know gambling used to be illegal back in the day. I was also reading something from our Focus Culture brand, right? They say that more people are gambling than buying stocks nowadays. What's going down, right? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I gamble a little bit. I may have a little bit of an issue. I may be like $500,000 in gambling, but that's okay. That's perfectly okay because we got to get some understanding. I'm an athlete. It's like I love the game. I love the hustle, right? So if you're the same way, you wondering like, how is gambling taking over sports? Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and watch this video to the end. We're going to get straight into it.
May 14, 2018. On this day, the U.S. Supreme Court legalized sports betting, a nationwide ban that was in place for 26 years, gone out of nowhere. And ever since then, the floodgates have opened.
Oh, they never been the same. I'm knowing.
Nobody talks about how significant this moment truly was. It has completely changed the landscape of sports, for far worse than better. And while every major sport has felt its effects, the NBA in particular seems to be the center of this problem. To what extent is this organization actually legitimate? How much longer can we turn a blind eye to all the controversy? And how much of what we're watching is actually real? This has been happening for a long time, with the first major basketball incident back in 1951. 32 players across 7 colleges were caught in a massive betting scandal. The ones who made it to the NBA were permanently banned, and the consensus #1 pick never even got to play. But what's interesting is the method by which they were cheating.
Who would have known?
You see, they never bet on individual
no player props back
or
then,
whether they would lose the game. They bet on the margin of victory. This strategy is more intricate and clever than a lot of the betting scandals we've seen in the modern era. They never even raised any suspicions. The only reason why they did get caught was because this guy refused a $1,000 bribe and basically snitched on everyone.
So Junius Kellogg, keep in mind it's the 1950s. He probably thought they was trying to, you know what I'm saying? This black man. He said, y'all trying to pay me? He wasn't trying to face them repercussions. You already know. He ended up snitching on everybody. Do your research.
I've seen him do it.
All of this was back in 1951, and ever since then, it hasn't been a secret that NBA players love to gamble.
Do you have a gambling problem?
No, I enjoy it. It's a hobby.
Kobe Bryant bet $500,000 on a free throw in a random game. Charles Barkley lost $20 million in casinos, and the great Michael Jordan, well, he didn't even try to hide it. But why are these multi-millionaires so obsessed with gambling?
Why is it?
Many of these guys already hit the genetic jackpot, and the main reason why most people gamble is to make easy money. But most NBA players already have generational wealth.
Right, they got M's already.
Even the 10th man on the bench has a lot of zeros in his bank account. The truth is, it's not about the money. You see, professional athletes' brains are wired differently from the average person. #1, they're competitive. Hyper-competitive, to the point where their constant drive to win a competition tends to bleed off the court and onto the blackjack table. #2, they have a higher risk tolerance. Basically means how comfortable you are with the idea of losing money. These guys have been in high-pressure situations all their life. Their brains are used to high adrenaline environments, and so gambling serves to alleviate the boredom. #3, they are blindly optimistic. They're in the top 0.1% of humans. They've already beaten the odds.
I'm right here
right now. They feel like they can do it again, and again, and again. In an ironic twist of fate, the same traits that make them world-class athletes also make them very prone to gambling.
So the same things that make an athlete stand out, that dedication, that ability to take risks, that ability to be optimistic and feel like you deserve opportunities, is the reason why you feel like gambling gotta work. I feel like gambling gotta work. Like, if you hit a play, you hit for 4, 5, 6 figures, Man, most I hit for was 4 to 5 figures, right? You hit for that much money, don't nothing feel like that. And you feel like you could do it again. Bro, we were just watching that video on Adrian Broner. He said the most he ever gambled in one day was 2.3 million. You go down to places like Dallas, Houston, Texas. You go to LA, you see people shooting dice. They shooting with straight blues. Something about that gambling do something to you.
In fact, studies have shown that athletes are 3 times more likely to have a gambling problem than the average person. Put a bunch of hyper-competitive people together, fill their pockets with millions, and you'll get exactly what you would expect. Speaking of gambling, some of you might have noticed that I don't do any gambling ads, or really any sponsorships at all. So if you love the videos I'm producing and are in a position to support,
I need that prize.
I have started a paid community.
I'm paying
Not
right
only
back.
would it help keep this channel independent, but 20% of donations will also go to a charity every month with the proof of receipts. Now back to the video. What happens when players bet on themselves? Think about it. Every game there are odds given based on what you as an individual will do on the court. You directly influence other people's money. You control the odds. It's not a surprise that some athletes will fall into this temptation. And this is exactly what happened with Terry Rozier and Johnny Porter. Around 2 years ago, sportsbooks flagged some suspicious activity. There were massive bets on unders for a bench player, too massive to be a coincidence, especially since Porter left early and all the bets won. This prompted an investigation, and all of a sudden, a bunch of clips started popping up that showed some weird behavior from him, hitting a 3 and looking annoyed, claiming injury when nothing happened, and avoiding a rebound directly towards him, which nobody ever does. He pleaded guilty.
Man, there's been a couple bets a motherfucker done lost by 0.5. One day, somebody who averaging 10 rebounds wake up and don't rebound. Out of all the sports, the NBA is the most rigged. I say tennis is very close because it's one-on-one, and boxing is close as well. Them the 3 most rigged sports I ever seen in my life. Man, I'm telling you, look at this nigga, man. I ain't gonna lie. If you betting on Jonte Porter, I need you to call that 1-800 number, bro. You tweaking, bro. Jonte Porter, gang. Gotta do better.
Is now banned for life. Terry Rozier did the same thing. Massive bets under his name out of nowhere, faking injuries and seemingly throwing on purpose. Although his case is still going on, the evidence is so strong that it's hard to say he's not guilty. But strangely enough, we've already seen this behavior long before. Not from a bench warmer or a fringe role player, but from one of the greatest players of all time.
Looking inside, 2 seconds, 1 second, and they don't get it off.
What?
Harris steals the ball and the Celtics.
Magic Johnson out here cheating, y'all.
And Magic Johnson didn't have anywhere to go with it. Magic Johnson goes up without the ball. The Lakers trying to cut it to 1.
Now, of course, anyone...
Bro, is Magic Johnson cheating or are we just done with the 90s? Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. Sometimes I'll be watching the 90s. I'll be hearing all the old heads talking about, yeah, man, you just don't understand. Back in the day, we played so tough and rough and we was just thinking the game and all types of bullshit. Man, you throw me in the 90s, I'm averaging at least 20 a game. I don't care what nobody say. And I'm putting good bread on that, bro. We done with the 90s, bro. You telling me, was he throwing the game or was they really just, was that they bag behind the back moves and cross? Bro, I ain't even see no cross double tween step back, bro. They gonna think I'm the first AI if I play in the 80s, bro. Stop it. Did Magic Johnson cheat though for real? Why would Magic Johnson cheat? He was the face of the NBA. I don't know. Let's hear what he has to say about it. But we done with the 90s, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, bro. All this shit. Like, look how they hooping, bro. What type of hooping is that?
And Magic Johnson didn't have anywhere to go with it. Magic Johnson goes
come on,
up
gang.
without the ball. The Lakers trying to cut it to 1. And he loses it.
Now, of course, anyone can have a bad couple of games.
Right.
But this is Magic Johnson we're talking about.
Right.
For someone of his caliber to be making mistakes such as these
Top
is
3
very
point guard all
unlikely.
time.
All of
Still
these
better
moments
than
are
Shea Gilgeous.
eerily similar to what Jonte Porter was doing, if not even worse. He was already
he
a two-time champion
though.
at this
Not
point,
the same as Jonte
the best
Porter.
player in the world and the face of the league. It doesn't make sense for the pressure to have gone to him of all people. And this play in particular just doesn't look right to me. The general consensus is that he just choked, and there isn't any evidence that suggests he was doing some illegal gambling. But it's not like Magic was some morally righteous man. Maybe it was just nerves. Maybe the moment got to him. Or maybe there's more to this than what meets the eye.
Could be.
But the worst of this gambling problem doesn't come from the players.
Michael Jordan cheated gambling
it comes from the
right?
referees.
Oh yeah, the referees definitely be cheating. I know you done seen them put people on foul trouble, all that. But didn't they say that Michael Jordan cheated gambling for some debts he had with his dad allegedly? So I wonder if that was a thing in the old school did. I think with Monsky and all of that stuff. I think that would have been way more achievable and possible back then. I think it's starting to be more removed from the players gambling like that, unless you're doing it for like your friends or your family or people you know to help them. Because the salaries that they're getting paid nowadays is at such a exuberant rate, right? Like they really getting hundreds of millions of dollars. You don't gotta gamble and cheat like in the 50s when they was getting paid slightly more than a normal human. NBA players making money that you and your family will never touch in a lifetime. So what you cheating for? The rest though, I think Adam Silver be making a call for the ratings. I think sometimes these referees will be way easier to be bribed. And then also like, if you do coaching, you do any type of sports, and you know a ref will keep a grudge against certain players and certain teams, and I'm sure that matters more and more come playoff time. But nigga, I don't care what grudge a ref got, bro. If I got 100K on this game, this nigga better call it right, bro. Or I got a bag for the ref too. I'm putting it on his head. I can't be losing my sports bet because referees cheating, and they done did it before. I'm sure they're going to bring up like the Kings-Lakers series or something like that. Like that's a series that even back in the early 2000s, they said that one had to be. Who want to see the Kings win?
After nearly every game, you're going to see a bunch of fans saying the game was rigged. And 95% of the time, it's because their team lost. 100%. But people aren't throwing accusations around for no reason. We know for a fact that referees have rigged matches before. In 2007, Tim Donaghy pleaded guilty for fraud and insider betting. Interestingly enough, he didn't directly rig games like people think the refs do. Instead, he looked at team matchups, knew which refs liked which players, and made very small calls that would never draw suspicion. In fact, the FBI was actually planning on wiring him up to potentially expose others. But coincidentally, the story was leaked right before they could. A leak that potentially saved the entire NBA. But there's a lot of murky details in his story, and Tim Donaghy himself makes some pretty wild claims.
So they're basically telling you to give Kobe an advantage and people that were covering him a disadvantage in a way.
Exactly. I remember the guy's name. His name was Raja Bell. Yeah, well, David Stern's a little fat stuttering prick, and there's no doubt that everything that he did and said was a complete lie.
Yeah, the league stole their championship in 2002, but they won't do it tonight. That's right. Sacramento Kings are a lock.
Some may view these as the ramblings of...
Hold on. You telling me the guy who was an NBA rep that was rigging NBA games is selling his picks? That's who you need to buy your picks from. Don't buy it from the nigga off the block. Buy it from somebody insider betting. Yeah. We need that money, man. He only going to be penalized. We may have to buy that chat, man. How much he charging a month? Most I pay is $400-500 maximum. That's how much I pay for picks maximum. But your unit size got to be up there. Donahue probably putting up a big bag. He got the NBA money, even though he was a ref. Stop snitching, though, Donnie. Still snitching, bro.
Disgruntled man, while some may see it as a man who has nothing to lose. But the one thing that bothers me is that the NBA pretends like it was just him.
Right.
The only referee who was corrupt. The only referee in history who did illegal things. But we know there are more out there. There were some in the past, there will be some in the future, and there are some among us right now. Sports betting only became legalized because it was made illegal in 1993. The reason why? To protect the integrity of sports and prevent corruption. In fact, all the major sports leagues supported this law. And now it seems like everyone forgot why it was banned in the first place. We're heading into a world where gambling is becoming more and more normal. It feels like people don't even take it seriously anymore. That it's just a fun way to pass the time.
Right.
But there is no addiction that bleeds your finances like gambling. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you will never make more money than them. You are not going to beat the house. Take that money and put it towards something real.
See, I think this is a value video. For me, for y'all, same thing. Like, yeah, you be getting to it on that. I told y'all at the beginning of this video, bro, I done gambled probably $500,000, man. I'm trying to be better. It's just like, man, I love the game, man. Like, I go travel somewhere. I need some, bro. I just take a risk. Sometimes you'll win. You'll go out. Just go risk it on something. But putting it towards something real is probably better, right? I think gambling $500,000 not the same as investing $500,000. I'd probably be better off. So, like, I think videos like these be valuable. It give me a little insight as well. Like, I think it's important for us on this channel to be really watching TV that's making us better people at the same time. You get what I'm saying? Don't worry though, y'all. I'm gonna send my picks into you at any time now. Don't worry, I'll be winning still. But it's not $500,000 Nvidia stock. You know what I'm saying? You get what I mean? For sure.
Yourself, your loved ones, or anything with actual value. There's a reason you always hear about a gambler's wins, but never their losses. Remember the Terry Rozier scandal I mentioned earlier? There's some important info that doesn't seem to get mentioned.
Straight off that block.
The bets made under his name were already flagged way back in 2023.
He ain't do it.
Yet no investigation was launched until the FBI got involved. Their statement is that they investigated themselves and shockingly found nothing illegal.
Right.
This basically confirms that they were trying to sweep this under the rug.
Right.
Which makes you wonder, what has been swept under the rug?
Funny.
If this got out, what never did? Back in 2014, an article was advocating for sports betting in the NBA. It argued that people were going to find ways to bet illegally, so it would be better to just fully allow it. And the man who wrote this article was none other than Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA.
Let me know what y'all think about this video. Has the NBA been ruined by gambling? Do you think that they make adjustments and changes for these different sports based off of the bets and money that people are putting up? Do you feel like you ever gotten scammed out of your money?